Hello everybody, Jediwarlock here and welcome back to another video. This is a really big day for my YouTube channel and also for all of you in my community who are viewers or subscribers of my content. As you can probably see, this morning we reached 100 subscribers here on the channel, which is absolutely incredible. And to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly. When I woke up this morning and checked my analytics page, I got a little confetti celebration thing on the screen, which was a nice surprise. And I also noticed that we passed over 500 total watch hours on the channel, which is another awesome milestone. I'm very grateful to all of you who have found my channel and continue to support my videos with your likes, comments, and views. And I want to say thank you for all that you've done to help me with this hobby of mine, and I can't wait to keep this going in the future. It's been about 15 months since I've started here on YouTube, and I've gone from posting hour-long gaming videos with no talking, which I'd say are not exactly the definition of riveting content, to developing scripts and video essays about my experiences in Lord of the Rings Online, and hopefully one day other games as well. I'd like to think I've improved my narrating and video skills throughout this journey, and I'm excited to see what content I'll create in the future and how I'll create it. In celebration of hitting triple digits today, I want to take some time and do a bit of a Q&A session with questions you all have commented or asked me about regarding the channel and my videos. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. First off on our question list, we have a question from Piggerton, who asks, what made you want to start doing YouTube? Well, to answer that question, a couple falls ago, I was just starting my journey here at uni, and I was actually looking for something to do. I had a pretty easy first semester, and I was interested in doing YouTube for a long time, but I didn't know if I had the time or ability quite yet to do it in high school. And so once I got to uni, I had some time to kind of think about what hobbies I wanted to do while I was here, and YouTube just kind of seemed like the next step for me. I know I enjoyed video games and a lot of other nerdy things, and one of my roommates actually did YouTube as well, and so I think all of those things together kind of led me to doing YouTube as a little side hobby of mine. Next up, we have a question from Jediwarlock's cool friend, who asks, what YouTuber do you aspire to be like? I think that's kind of a difficult question to answer. I watch a lot of YouTubers, lots of different kinds of YouTubers, and I wouldn't say there's any single channel out there right now that stands out to me as an example of what I would want my channel to be someday. But I'd definitely say I take inspiration from lots of other channels. For Lotro, the channels Bloodborne and Balthelion have lots of good information, and on the WoW side of things, the Mycio channel has tons of awesome ambience and music videos, which were a big reason why I wanted to do the WoW Alone series, as well as the Middle-earth Meandering series. Why is your YouTube channel icon a Lego doctor? That is a great question, and the answer to that is basically because for a lot of my childhood, and even for some of my time at uni, I thought I wanted to go into the medical side of things as my career, and more recently that's actually changed to something new, but for the time being, the Lego Doctor is going to stay on the channel as the mascot, I guess. I don't really want to change it, and I think it looks like a cool picture. On a related note, what does your channel name mean? Jediwarlock. Well, it goes back to WoW Masters World of Warcraft server, actually, probably almost 10 years ago at this point. Jediwarlock was the name of one of my very first WoW characters. At the time, of course, I was much younger, and I was actually playing through Lego Star Wars, and I was going through a bit of a Star Wars phase at the same time, and so that's where the Jedi part comes from. And then Warlock is obviously the class of the character. So putting those two together, you have Jediwarlock as one of my longtime favorite WoW characters I ever got the chance to play. Next up, we have a question from E. Golding, who says, "How did you first get into Lord of the Rings Online?" Now that actually is quite a bit of a different story from how I got into WoW, but for Lord of the Rings Online, my dad actually was a huge fan of it in the early days, late 2000s, maybe around 2010 or so. And I would watch him play it, and occasionally he'd let me play on his character or make my own character on his account or something like that. And eventually that morphed into me getting my own account, and I've been playing it off and on for years, of course, and that's kind of how we get to today, just playing it for a long time, but my dad was the first one who really introduced me to it. Now next up we have who is WoW Master and a bunch of other WoW related questions. I don't know how much I can answer of these right now. I might make a video on them sometime way in the future, but as of right now I'm not really allowed to talk a whole lot about questions related to the WoW server. So we're going to skip those ones for now, but keep them in mind because maybe someday I'll be able to talk about them a little bit more. Will you ever make videos with another person? Hopefully, yes. I've been working on some projects recently that maybe will involve another person kind of being featured on my channel in some upcoming videos. I have streamed a couple times with some of my other friends on Twitch, Jediwarlock V2, so I guess that kind of almost counts like a video, or counts as a video rather, but if you're talking about on my YouTube channel specifically, not yet, but hopefully in the future. Would you ever play Lego Lord of the Rings? I have actually played this game. It is one of my all-time favorite Lego games, and it was actually the first game I ever 100% completed. Going through and getting all of the mini kits and completing all the quests, exploring all the different places. I think maybe late middle school, early high school, I was on the Lord of the Rings grind, and I went through and I completely beat that game 100%. I actually even did that before the 100% on Lego Star Wars, so yeah, kind of a memorable game for that reason as well. Would you ever make a music playlist for your channel? I'm guessing by that you mean making a playlist of other people's music and not music that I make myself. Possibly, maybe I could do that. I don't know if all of you would, enjoy my music taste or would share any of the same artists, etc., but maybe I could just make one and put it on there just for those of you who are interested in my music taste. That'd be a cool project to do. What game that you've played has the best soundtrack? Now, the two games that I've played most in my life are, as you've probably guessed, World of Warcraft and Lord of the Rings Online. I like both of their soundtracks for different reasons. But in the music department, I'll definitely go with World of Warcraft. Now, Lord of the Rings also has a great soundtrack. Lord of the Rings, the movies, and Lord of the Rings Online, I guess, which is what I'm actually talking about. But Lotro has a more subtle, kind of calm soundtrack, I would say, compared to WoW's more robust and more exciting soundtrack, I guess. I like a lot of the tracks on Lord of the Rings Online's soundtrack as well, but overall I do like the vibe that WoW's soundtrack has a little bit more. Which game of yours has the best world? Now, this is something that I'll probably cover if I ever make a Lord of the Rings Online versus WoW video or something like that. And this is an interesting point you bring up. It's kind of hard to just right off the bat say which world is better, WoW or Lotro. They're both good for different reasons, of course. I love both of them a lot, and I really can't pick one right now, or rather, I don't want to endorse one more than the other. They're both really well designed worlds, and I would say if you get the chance, go ahead and check out both of them and see which one you like more. Which game have you spent the most time playing? Now, that's a very interesting question. For Lotro, I know my playtime on my main character just went over 1 month of playtime, and maybe add a couple extra hours for my alt characters and whatnot. In terms of WoW, though, that's a little bit harder to figure out because, as I mentioned in some of my other WoW videos, server resets have deleted some of my older characters, and so I can't really go on and check my slash played anymore. But I would say Lord of the Rings is definitely catching up. I don't know if it's overtaken my WoW playtime since the very, very beginning, but I would say they're overall pretty close. What's your favorite RPG game? Asked again by E. Golding. Again, this goes back to the classic WoW versus Lotro debate. I can't really say which one is better, however, those two are definitely my top two favorite, with my third maybe being the Mass Effect trilogy, which is a very good RPG game. How do you choose what game you'll buy next? To be honest, I don't do a lot of preparation when it comes to buying video games or downloading them. I really just kind of decide in the moment, just depending on if it seems like it'll be a fun game to play, or if it's maybe, a continuation of a game that I've played before and I know that it'll be probably worth it to purchase. I don't really choose what game, it just kind of happens as the games are presented to me, if that makes sense. Are you going to make Middle-earth Meandering Season 3? That's something that I've thought about a lot, especially more recently with the changing nature of my videos and my content. As of right now, I have no immediate plans to make a Season 3 of it. It was a fun project to do, and I enjoyed making the kind of more ambient gaming type of content for my channel, but that is something that I've kind of drifted away from in favor of other types of content. So if you're someone who enjoyed those videos on my channel, that's awesome. You can continue to watch those, of course, check out the playlists on my channel, but right now I don't have any plans to make more of them. Will there be more meme videos? Yes, 100% totally. I can't say exactly when, because I just kind of make them as they pop into my head or as they seem appropriate to make. And so in the future, for sure, but I don't have any specific plans or memes to share with you at the moment. Next up, we have a question from Spellweaver652, who asks, how do you organize or schedule your plan of uploading, editing, and filming? Now, that's very nice of you to ask because it makes it sound like I actually have a plan when it comes to my YouTube channel. For the majority of my videos and, my timeline when it comes to making content, it's really not that scheduled. You might have seen on my channel description, I try to upload my videos around midday, but even that really doesn't work out most of the time. I do try to maybe work on a project every week or so just to keep things fresh on the channel and to let you guys all know that I'm still around, I haven't abandoned the channel or anything. But besides the once a week rule, as I've taken to calling it, I really don't have any other scheduling or organizing when it comes to my channel. I just kind of do what feels, natural when it comes to what videos I want to make and when I want to make them, which I think is how YouTubing should be, right? It shouldn't be, every Wednesday I have to have a video done or anything like that, right? It's just kind of as it happens. I want to make the content that I feel I need to make, or feel I want to make rather, and then I'll share it with all of you. So in terms of planning, not a whole lot, but I just kind of do it as it comes to me. related question here, how long does it take to edit your footage? It really depends, of course, on the length of the video that I'm working on. For one of the bigger video essays that I've been doing more recently, I would say maybe 3 to 4 hours in total for the video. What do you use to make your videos and to make your thumbnails? Well, anybody who is serious about content creation is going to laugh when they hear my answer, but I actually record using OBS, which is a rather standard computer recording software, but to edit and compile my videos I use Windows Movie Maker, which has not updated, I believe, since 2012, so not exactly the most recent software for editing and compiling. And for thumbnails, I use also something of an unorthodox choice. I use Microsoft PowerPoint, which surprisingly is one of the best image editing and thumbnail making tools that I've ever experienced or had the pleasure of working with. So if you're stuck on what tool to use to make an eye-catching thumbnail, definitely check out Microsoft PowerPoint. I do not think you will regret it. Do you only stream on Twitch when you're recording footage for a video? Most of the time, yes, but in the past I've also just gone on Twitch to play Valorant or Overwatch with some of my friends. So it really kind of depends on the situation. Sometimes I'll turn on the stream if I have really good internet connection somewhere and I want to play with my friends. But most of the time I just turn it on when I just want to chill out and record footage in Middle-earth for you guys to see kind of before the finalized video comes out or something of that nature. Will you do reviews for other games you've played? In the future, definitely yes. I don't have any plans as to what specific games I'll be reviewing yet, but in the future, hopefully, yes. Pigerton asks again, what are your future plans for the channel? That's an awesome question. I think I can give you kind of a general answer for that, if not being very specific. I do want to kind of lean more toward the video essay and analysis side of things. You've seen my Lord of the Rings review, my Gundabad expansion review, my Moria retrospective. Those kinds of videos are the ones I primarily want to focus on in the future, maybe with some smaller videos and meme videos, of course, on the side. But I want to move away from the uploading an hour of content with no narrating and that kind of thing, as I've already said. But when it comes to specific videos for the future, I don't think I can share exactly what I have planned in the future, but I'm excited to see what I'll come up with, and hopefully you guys will too. Now, last but not least, I've had a couple people ask what Lord of the Rings Online server I play on, and the answer to that is that I play on the Arkenstone server, which is one of the major US servers, and I play a human hunter named Farstrike. So feel free to add me as a friend on there, or mail me or something, and I can't wait to see you all in Middle-earth. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I want to reiterate my appreciation for all of you for helping me reach 100 subscribers here on the channel, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to join the Jedi Order, comment down below with your thoughts or any other questions you have for me, and until next time, peace.